All right. Welcome everyone to the Magpie Creampie Show. And obviously, before we get started, please do hit the like button on the stream. Subscribe to the channel. Channel not appearing. But yeah, also if you guys want to have your say on anything, specifically Newcastle, only Newcastle, the link is in the chat. And big up to Ozan Kabak. But yeah, obviously, as I said, welcome to the Magpie Creampie Show. It's been a while since I've done this show. Obviously, talking about mainly just Newcastle United. We haven't played since what, 3 weeks ago, something like that. Just want to say, I somehow managed to buy tickets for that game in my home city. Oh yeah, actually, I do know someone that has also got tickets for that game. AD744. I think he got tickets for that game as well in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. That game is in Atlanta. So yeah, enjoy the game when the day does come. But yeah, so obviously, going to be talking about Newcastle United. I don't know how long I'll be on. So and obviously it depends if anyone wants to join the live chat, then or the stream itself. Then obviously I have the link in the live chat. So well, I'll first go with what the video title has, which is that Newcastle United finally, after 5 trillion years, actually has a training ground sponsor. The training ground sponsor, you could see from obviously the thumbnail, is what do you call this? Nox. That's the name. Nox. Nox? I think that's how you say it. Apparently it's a sports energy drink. I have to recheck the news. I'm terrible at remembering everything because it's been a long time since I've done this show. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he has tickets for that game. The DR Congo Uzbekistan. Oh God. Okay. Let me see. Where's that news? I believe the energy drink company, and the deal was or the deal will be available from, what do you call this, from the start of next season. Nox Hydration, so I'm assuming it's like an energy drink. Is it I've never heard of Nox, so I have no clue. Literally no clue. It's a high performance nutrition drink, I believe. But basically, this is what the CEO, David Hopkinson, Newcastle United. We are thrilled to welcome Nox Hydration as a world-class partner. They share our relentless ambition to disrupt the status quo and reach the pinnacle of our respective industries. This isn't just a branding exercise. It's a performance-led partnership that will also support our community. All right, quote unquote. as we integrate Knox hydration products into our daily environment at the Knox. So that's the new name of the training ground, the Knox. Oh God. We are giving our players the best possible tools to succeed while driving the commercial growth necessary to compete at the very top. This is an exciting partnership for everyone at Newcastle United and Knox, and we cannot wait to get started. And then the CEO of Knox Hydration, my nose is itchy, John Schaefer, said, "We are thrilled to partner with Newcastle United, a truly storied football club with rich history and a bold future. With a new leadership and heightened ambitions, Newcastle's trajectory aligns perfectly with Knox's own rapid ascent. Just as importantly, the club's incredibly dedicated fan base and the strong sense of community that surrounds Newcastle United make this partnership especially meaningful. We're excited to grow together and be part of that journey both on and off the pitch." And then it goes on to say the partnership will commence this upcoming summer as the club prepares for blah, 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 extension, performance facilities, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's effective from the 1st of July 2026 at the club's training ground in Dawsley Park. It'll be renamed the Knox. My thoughts, okay, I guess. I believe it's not that much in terms of the pricing or like the deal. I'm not sure. I think it's only 15 million pounds per year, which okay, fair enough. But so and it's a 3-year deal, if I'm not mistaken. It's a multi-year partnership, but it's a 3-year deal. It seems like. So when you think about it, 15 million pounds per season over the next 3 seasons. That would take us till the summer of 2029. Whether we renew the contract or go for a much better deal or partnership or whatever, it's the first time we finally done this. This is something that the fans wanted. We wanted the training ground to be sponsored. How about St. James's? I'll be honest. I know people would be like, "Oh, how about St. James's?" People don't like to rename St. James's. For me, I don't really mind it, just as long as the club is making money. Then, because for me, the only time I care about making money is the club stuff. But when it comes to player transfers, I don't really care. Just bring in the players and all that, and I'll talk about the players and all that sort of stuff. But in terms of like the partnership and all, it obviously I don't know when this fucking new training ground we'll have is going to come. So I'll probably say like in probably in 2030, 31, 32. But come on, it's been 8 years. If it's summer of 2029, so maybe we get a training ground announcement probably in a year or two. That's what I think. And prepare the partnership from the summer of 2029 onwards. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that's something to look out for. But yeah, I guess in terms of that, I think it's a yeah. Well, it's a good partnership, I guess, to have. Um, I don't know what more to really add. I guess I don't know anything about Knox Hydration. Seems like the I'm assuming they're like Red Bull, Monster, Carabao, these sort of energy drinks. So that's why, or at least like, or is it something like Prime, which is KSI and Logan Paul, or those sort of things, I guess, or Gatorade and all that, Powerade. So, yeah, I think I can't really say much on it. Looks good, I guess. But in other news with sponsorships, I saw or I heard that Newcastle United, we might change our front of shirt sponsor. So let me, sorry, I'm showing my knee. Let me show you guys our current sponsor. Let me just get, did I just cut myself? I'm trying to get, okay. Oh, sorry. Give me a couple of, a few seconds. Sella. So Sella is our current front of shirt sponsor. I'm not. I'll just put it here. Yeah, Sella is our current front of shirt sponsor. Now, there's a report, or I don't know if it's a report or something I saw online that says that we might get a new front of shirt sponsor, which I believe Sella is currently paying us 20. I believe it's 25 million pounds, 25 to 30 million pounds right now with the current deal. But if we were to change the sponsor, I believe it would be 40 to 50 million, for like 40 and 50 million per year. Now I don't know who the sponsor will be if we were to get a new one, but that, from a 25 million to 40 or even 50 million, I mean, you almost double. You are practically buying a pretty good potential player with that sort of money. So look, I'll be honest, it does seem pretty good for us. If that's the case, if we're going to change the front of shirt sponsor, I don't mind Salah. I don't really mind it. But if there's an opportunity to get a really huge sponsorship deal, front of shirt sponsor, then I think that would definitely help us. Because I think we just have to keep on continuing growing the commercial revenue side of the club, because we can definitely do something with building those sort of sponsorship deals, partnerships, and all that. So look, we'll see. It's not, I don't really see it as official news. It's just what I saw the other day. Front of shirt sponsor may change to an even more lucrative deal this upcoming season. Now, next thing I want to talk about is a few days ago, something like that. Where is it? Also, I saw very quick. Ramsdale won Save of the Month of March, and Osula won the Goal of the Month. Both were against Manchester United. Hilarious. But the big news that somewhat came out about 6-7 days ago is that Kieran Trippier will leave Newcastle United at the end of the season. Now, I think over the past, even 3 seasons, but I don't know. Basically, what I'm saying is that Kieran Trippier, I think his time is done in terms of like being at the top level. I mean, I do think that he needed to be moved on earlier, but now he's going to leave the club after 4.5 years, if I'm not mistaken. He joined us in January of 2022. We are coming into the summer of 2026, so 4.5 years. Eventually came in as the captain of the club and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I think for Kieran Trippier, look, I know he's had those sort of shit moments, but he is technically, if I'm not mistaken, the first player to join under this new ownership. So and in a way, he paved the way for bigger and better players to join us over that 4.5 year period. Which in that first January transfer window, we bought in Dan Burn, obviously Trippier. We bought in Chris Wood at that time. Maybe I'm missing one or two more. I know we bought in Matt Target. He has to go, but we bought in Bruno Guimaraes that January, and that I would say that transfer window is probably has changed a lot at Newcastle United. And Trippier was the first one. So, and he left Atletico Madrid, at the time, champions of Spain and in the Champions League as well, obviously, to go to, at that time, potentially relegated Newcastle. Oh, it won't. I knew we wouldn't get relegated with the new ownership. But he came in and did well for us. in the grand scheme of things, yes, there's been some shit games, like especially this season. Um, but it shows like we did not properly prepare for Trippier to sort of have that sort of downhill, which is just natural for a player of him because he's what 35 years old right now. This is this was his final year of his contract. We renewed his contract like 2 years ago, something like that, 2 3 years ago. So I think overall been a very good servant. Obviously, where I class him as a club legend, I think time needs to tell, but I think I would. There's more chance I would put him in it. Um, but obviously, maybe I think there's at least maybe two other players that in this current regime that would also get in with Trippier, and that being obviously Bruno Guimaraes, and the other one, does he count? I'll say no just because of whatever. I'll say Dan Burn would also count as club legend right now. So it could be Trippier, Dan Burn, and Bruno Guimaraes. The three that came in that first ever transfer window. Now one of them's going to leave Trippier. So yeah, good servant, and I guess I'll wish him the best with whatever he chooses. So that was the news regarding Trippier's departure by the end of the season. So there's about 7 games to go. I mean, let's if we have to give him the best sort of send off. In that potential final game being against West Ham at home, give him a proper send off. Then, not saying he should be starting. That's what I'm saying, but give him a good send off. In terms of other news, I guess could just look ahead towards the Crystal Palace game, which is happening on Sunday. And for the first time in 3 fucking weeks, we finally play a game. Not saying that I wanted us to come back, but the last game we've played was, I'm not going to mention the exact game, but lots of football has happened in between that previous game we played and this upcoming game against Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace, if I'm not mistaken, have beaten Fiorentina in the Conference League. I'm not sure about the scoreline. They beat them 3-0, but they are going to Florence in Italy. Very good city. If anyone's ever been to Italy, Florence is probably my favorite city of among whatever else. Florence is really nice. Yeah, Crystal Palace, I've just seen 3-0 winners over Fiorentina. And Crystal Palace were my prediction to win the Conference League at the start of the season, so looks like a good prediction. Could they be resting players? I mean, they don't have a good record after playing the Conference League game, but you never know. It's Newcastle. But I wouldn't be surprised if we somehow turn up, somehow. But at the same time, if we don't turn up and we don't win, then it just piles on more pressure. It piles on more pressure on the manager. And there was news about whether there might be a change of manager by the end of the season. I mean, if that's the case, he has 7 games to go. He has 7 games to go to change or whatever that sort of thing. Like he has to show improvement. I do not care which players are fit or unavailable, whatever. He has to deliver the results now. 7 games. Now, people are saying, let's miss out on Europe so that change of manager. Yes, I do. Okay, I agree. I want the manager to go. However, I do not agree with us missing out on Europe because even if it's Conference League or Europa League, I would prefer Europa League over Conference League. But we have to keep on playing in Europe. I do not understand why some fans are like, let's not play in Europe. I'm like, bro, we have to be playing in we have to play in Europe. I'll be honest. And if we don't, you have to sack the manager. So we'll see how it goes because it's crucial. If we do get Europe, would I say stick with the manager? No, but I can see why they would stick with him. But if this exact same shit Premier League season we are in happens again next season, you have to get rid of him. So I'll be honest, I could see unless he actually does really well from like now to like the end of next season, if he does really well, the manager like wins a Premier League or wins the Europa League or something like that, or whatever competition we're in, he has to win the trophy next season then to sort of revive the sort of hope that we have with the club. Otherwise, get rid of him. Get rid of him. I'll be honest, still get rid of him. But I can see why the club might keep him if we get Europe. If we don't get Europe, there's no point in keeping him. There's legit no point in keeping him because we did this shit 2 years ago. We missed out on Europe, regardless of how it happened. We still missed out on Europe. So it's a year without any European coefficient. Starting pot four, whatever the sort of seeding, it doesn't really matter because we still finish in the top 12, top 24. But we have to consistently be playing in Europe. I want us to be in at least that sort of like similar to Aston Villa, whereby we play in Europe every fucking season. We cannot be missing out on European football again under this ownership and with this manager. I said, when will we actually get back-to-back European seasons? We haven't done it yet since Sir Bobby in the 2000s. Not saying we're going to win in the Champions League or Europa League or well, probably Conference League we might, but we have to go for it. We have to win the games. I do not agree with people saying, "Oh, let's lose" or whatever. If we don't get Europe, you have to get rid of the manager and really refresh. Because I saw reports there'll be a big refresh in the team this upcoming summer. That's what we need anyway. That's what we need anyway. So I'm just like, we need to recharge the whole squad. It's sort of like a rebuild. We have to rebuild now. I don't know if I can fucking trust this fucking manager to do it. But I want us to get into Europe. For me, I want to keep this 1000%. It is club over manager. I want the club to succeed. I do not give a fuck if the manager succeeds. I do not care. I care about if the club is succeeding. Now, qualifying for Europe, is that success? No. But we have to be in it. You have to be in it to win it. And because of that game, the previous game that we played, it's not giving me confidence. And I said at that time, and even still to this day, whatever fucking happens, what do you call this? Whatever fucking happens, the season's done for me. The season's done for me. So look, it is going to be really interesting to see. I mean, we play Crystal Palace on Sunday. Tough game because it's in Crystal Palace in their stadium. At this stadium, I think it'll be difficult. We do have an okay-ish record at their ground, but that's more been like draws and all that. I mean, if we lose this game against Crystal Palace, I mean, we are dragging ourselves away from the European race. Then you pile on even bigger pressure because you still have to play Arsenal at the Emirates. You still have to play Bournemouth, who we fucking don't beat in the Premier League these days. We still have to play against Brighton at home. But this is, I would say, this is the most important 7-game run of the season because we don't play any midweek games. And big up to Jordan Hyman. Hope you're doing well. Just doing all my Newcastle stuff in, as a show I like to call, the Magpie Creampie Show. But yeah, as I was saying, 7 games. This is the most important 7-game run for Newcastle. Well, for every fucking club of the season because we have to get Europe. That's my opinion. I don't care whether the manager succeeds or not, but we have to get into Europe. That's the main priority for me. I don't care if we don't make Champions League. I don't care. Okay, just get Europe. Even if it's Conference League, just get Europe. If we fail to get Europe, you have to get rid of the manager, because otherwise it's just going to be the same fucking shit every 2 years, whereby we'll have a good Premier League season because we are not in Europe, and then when we are in Europe the following season, we do shit in the league and we miss out on Europe no matter what. So for me, I don't know why my nose is itchy, but for Newcastle, this is important. We have to get Europe. We have to. That's look. I want the manager to leave, but at the same time, I want the fucking club to be in Europe. You know, like I much rather see Newcastle be in Europe than not be in Europe, basically, because we have. If we want to, for like this is what the CEO, this is what the club said. Top clubs, the best clubs in the world, always play in Europe. Not one every 2 seasons. They play that's why Aston Villa have played 4. They are likely going to have 4 consecutive seasons in Europe. Four consecutive games in Europe. We've not had back-to-back seasons in Europe. That's, for me, that's the annoying thing that they have over us. We have the trophy, though. Seems like they might, because then, in my opinion, then that means the team, our team, like Aston Villa, would then be ahead of us because they've equaled the trophy count, but they have more European seasons since the change of managers and all that sort of stuff. So when it comes to it all, we have to get Europe. In terms of this Crystal Palace game prediction, I mean, it has to be a win. Has to be. If we don't win, I mean, well, that puts more pressure on the manager. The fan base has already turned on him regardless. So in terms of a prediction, I will be hopeful. I'll go 2-1 with hope. I don't know if there's anything else that I need to add. Regardless, I guess I might just call it a day for this show, or night, because it's already now dark for me. But yeah, that is it for the Magpie Creampie Show, unless someone joins like in the next few minutes or 1-2 minutes from now. But yeah, it's been a pretty good show. I mean, it's been a while since I've done this show because international break, Newcastle hasn't played, so there's no point talking. I might as well just do it as a collective and all heading into the game on Sunday. I might do a post-match reaction. I may not. Depends on how I feel. I mean, I did one for the previous game. Hopefully, I don't have to do that again. But regardless, I'm looking ahead to the final 7 games of the season. It's important. I don't really care about the fitness of the players. We have to win. We just need to win. That's what I'm saying. So we'll see. But it's going to be a really crucial run-in. Final 7 games of the season. Now, I've said we actually do have a good record in April and May. Will that actually continue? I mean, we don't play any midweek games anymore, so we have to. But yeah, that's basically it for the Magpie Creampie Show, in which talking about whatever about Newcastle United. In terms of coming back here for the next episode, this is episode 7. Episode 8 may be the post match of the Crystal Palace game, or I might just do one on like Monday or Tuesday or something like that. This upcoming Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, it's been a pretty good show. Got a couple people on with the comment section, Ozan Kabak and Jordan Hyman. So yeah, in terms of that, I might as well close off here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Do hit the like button on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I will see you guys most likely on Monday or Tuesday for whatever show I'm doing, or watch long, which I will be doing watch longs for the Champions League games. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting or not exciting weekend for me. But yeah, until then, I will see you guys